Have you ever bought something today but only need to pay it next month? It's basically buy now, pay later or BNPL. And it's affecting how everyone around the world shops, whether it's online or physical spending. Today, I'll be breaking down how does buy now, pay later work, more specifically Shopee Pay Later, Atome, and the most recent one, Ryt Pay Later. So you don't get caught in the hidden fees and fall into debt traps. For those who don't know what is buy now, pay later, it is basically a short-term credit option that allows you to split your purchases into longer payments, whether it is weekly or monthly, with low or no interest at all. And this is also very popular among younger generations like Gen Zs, Millennial, or even Gen Alphas. Why is buy now pay later growing so much around the world? Well, it's basically very convenient. It is an instant checkout when you want to pay something, whether it is online or even at shops or shopping mall. Two, there are no credit cards needed, and it is very user-friendly to people who are new to this credit system. And lastly, this credit feature is also very appealing to people with lower income. But there will be a risk of overspending above the credit limit or even some hidden fees if you are late for your payments. The first app on the list is basically Shopee Pay Later. I'm pretty sure I think all of the people around Malaysia already knows this because Shopee Pay Later is integrated with the Shopee app itself. And when you want to check out, it always suggests you the Pay Later option first before you choose whether you want to COD or even using card or even other payment option. It integrates directly into the Shopee app itself, but now it also has another app called Shopee Pay app itself when you want to use it to pay in merchandise or even any stores that you want. And when it comes to the payment option, it can give you 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months, and so on. But there also comes fees with all those extra months. They basically charge 1.2% to 1.5% for monthly interest of your installments. And if you're late to pay for your monthly payments, they'll basically charge 10 ringgit or 1.5% of your outstanding balance. The credit limit actually varies from users. Some may even get 500, some even get 5,000. So it's up to your spending habits or your payment history for them to determine how much credit they can give you. I only noticed about the Shopee Pay app with its Pay Later feature when I bought the sneakers at Bata, which there will be a link, a video up here of me explaining how I bought the sneakers with it. And with some perks comes with it, there's like vouchers, discounts, and even cashback. So there's a lot of perks when it comes to Pay Later. But just remember to pay it back before the due date. The next one, I think most people already know this if you're already using Ryt Bank yourself. So it's basically Ryt Bank Pay Later with a credit limit of 1,499 ringgit. And the approve is very, very fast, which for me to get access to it is just quite instant, for probably just less than 5 minutes for me to get access to the Pay Later. When it comes to fee for the Ryt Pay Later, the first month is actually 0% or in other words, free. But if you miss the first month payment, it will automatically convert it into a 3-month installment payment plan with the effective interest rate, which the first 3 months is actually 26.8%, and then the 6 months will be 30.23%, 9 months will be 31.32%, 12 months will be 31.72%. So basically, if you miss the first month, you'll be paying a lot more from their installment plan later on. The good thing about Ryt Pay Later is that since this is a digital bank that is regulated by Bank Negara Malaysia, all your payment history will be reflected in your SIKRIS, not SITOS, but SIKRIS. And this will be good if for your future loan that you want to apply, like car loan or even house loan. So make sure you pay it on time, and if best, if you can pay it full also. And just a side note, that Ryt Pay Later currently is only available to scan merchant QR only. You can't use it online and you can't use it on the card. And we'll just have to wait to see in the future what will they do about that. And lastly, we have Atome, which is known for its 3-month interest-free payment plan. I know most people already started using this as their buy now, pay later in the early times before Shopee Pay Later and other pay laters option, which you get to make your purchases and you get to split it into 3 months consecutively for interest free. But if you are late for your payments or you need to extend it to longer times, many charges and fees will be applied to it. And if you are late to make any payments for it, there will be a 23 ringgit late payment charges apply on top of your current installment plan. In case you cannot make your payment within the 3 months, it will be extended to 6 months or 12 months. But bear in mind, there will be a 1.5% charge applied to per month. And if you add up to that, it will be a lot more than your initial purchase. So basically, you're paying more for the longer time period. All of these buy now, pay later have very, very different credit limit depending on the user that apply for it. Some may get high credit limit, some may get low. It all depends on your credit history that is available in the internet or Bank Negara Malaysia or whichever that you apply it from. Me personally, I've used all 3 of this. I used Atome to buy my Samsung phone before, so I split the purchases into 3 separate months and I always paid on time before the due date, and so there won't be any charges applied to it. I use Shopee Pay Later for all my Shopee purchases, so I can purchase this month and pay for all of it for the next 3 months. Usually they'll give you an option to choose between 1 month, 3 months, which is interest free. But if you choose 6 or 12 months, there will be some interest applied to it, which I don't really want to pay more for that. So most of the time, I would just choose 3 months and just pay it into 3 separate times. And lastly, I do use Ryt Pay Later because there are a lot of shops that don't accept card payments also nowadays, and they only accept cash or QR. And since the Ryt Pay Later only available for QR merchants only, this is actually quite useful. Just when I spend on it and make sure I pay it all before the due date, which is usually the end of the month before a new month. A key thing to take note is that I always track whatever that I spend, just is to prevent me from overspending of what I already have. I know all of these different separate apps have different credit limit that even total up to above my income. And my income is not that high, to be honest. So I basically record what I spend so I don't overspend. So by the end of the month, I can still pay back all the pay later that I've already used. But bear in mind, if you don't want to overspend, a great thing to do is basically to track all your spending for the month. Buy now, pay later is powerful if used wisely, but it is also dangerous if abused. It's basically like a double-edged sword. So be wise if you are using your buy now, pay later. Comment down below which services you're already using yourself and how's your experience of using it. Or even which one suits you the best depends on your need. And also, this is not financial advice. This is just me sharing my opinion and my experience of using the buy now, pay later. And lastly, I really appreciate you guys that help me like, share, and subscribe for me to keep growing my channel. And I really hope to hit my target by the end of this year. And until my next video,